Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be the last video in our building series. So at this point, we have built a number of unique buildings. We're now going to create a snow globe and assemble them in there, and this is going to be the finish of this project right here. If you made 6, you could always shrink some of these buildings down and fit more in there. You can customize the shape to fit it however you want, make it big, large. We're not going to be using dimensions to do this. We are just going to be building it organically and enlarging and decreasing the size as we go along. So like I said, these are the buildings that I've already built in my data panel right here. And I didn't give them much in the way of color or appearances or materials. I just built them just for the demo's sake. So I'm going to show you how to make the snow globe, attach all of these buildings to it, and then make the globe part. So I'm going to do this by making a new design. I'm going to go to my primitives right here. I'm still in the 3D modeling mode right here. So I'm going to go to my create, and all of these here, box, cylinder, sphere, torus, coil, pipe, they're all called primitives because they create 3-dimensional forms without needing to draw it first and then extrude it. So we're going to start with our cylinder. I'm going to choose the bottom plane. And like I said, we're not using dimensions. We're just going to be making an oval that looks you to be the right size. If there's any background noise, I apologize for that. Okay, so we have this cylinder, and this is going to be the base of our snow globe. Okay, and we're going to do something called lofting. To loft, we're going to need to elevate a plane, and to do that, we're going to go to construct offset plane. We're going to choose this face, and this orange rectangular plane appears, and this allows us a drawing surface that's not attached to the design to appear that we can draw on. Okay, so this is about how high I want it. That looks good to me. I'm going to set that. I'm going to now create a oval. So I'm going to create a sketch on top of it. And I'm going to make an oval starting at the origin point, and it's going to be somewhat smaller than the base. And now I'm going to finish the sketch. At this point, I'm going to be lofting it. So I'm going to go to create, loft, choose the bottom, choose this plane. And as you can see, this is what happens. I'm now going to set that. That looks good to me. I'm going to go to create again. Oops. And I'm going to go back to my cylinder. Okay, I'm going to choose this face. And I'm just going to drag that out. Okay, and that looks good to me. I'm just going to, maybe I'll just bring it up a little bit. No, it's good. Okay, I'm just going to leave it. At this point, we're just going to start to smooth things out. So I'm going to go to my fillet by hitting F. And I'm going to select both of these faces. Let's just see what happens. Kind of like it more like that. And then I'm going to choose this. And however, let me activate it again. And however you cancel that, do it again. However you choose to make the lip, if it's a little larger, a little more filleted, that's fine as well. It's really just getting the general idea of this. Okay, that looks good, something like that. I'm now going to change the appearance to wood. I'm going to choose mahogany. All right, and close this. So this is what we have so far in terms of our base. Okay, it's all smoothed out here. There's a bit of a lip. Like I said, you can make that lip larger if you want. This is an example of this other one I did. It's a little wider than this, instead of it being the same size, and that's perfectly okay as well. Okay, so we're going to go back to this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to save our new design. We're going to call it Snow Globe. I'm going to still call it Snow Globe 3 because I've done this a few times. I'm going to now insert a building. So I'm going to go to the buildings that are already saved in my data panel, and I'm going to right click and do insert into current design. It's going to appear, and I'm now going to orientate it the proper way. Let's see what that is. Get a different view. Okay. All right, that's looking good. I'm going to bring this up here. And now let's take a look at it in terms of the relative size of what this is. Do we want it larger or smaller? And I'm thinking larger. Okay, so to do that, I'm just going to set this. I'm going to go to here, and you'll notice that there's a chain right here. Now, if this happens on yours, you want to get rid of this chain so you can alter or modify it. So I'm going to right click and go to break link. All right, and this is now going to allow me to do whatever I want to this building. So I'm going to go to modify, scale, select it, and make it as large as I think I want it. Oh, it's good. All right, cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to join the two together. I'm going to go to assemble, joint. I'm going to find the target on the bottom. Okay, and at this point, you want to set the location before you hit enter or set it. Okay, that looks fine. Set that, and then we're just going to repeat this process for any of these others that you've made. See how many you can fit. I do want minimum of 4. If it's just 4, that's okay. And okay, I'm now going to break this link. Go to modify, scale. Just set it like that. This is what we have so far. All right, just going to keep adding buildings. All right, and I have space for one more building. I'm going to choose building number 3. Okay, I'm just going to leave the size alone. I'm going to have to zoom in for this one. I see it there. All right, so this is what we have so far. Okay, now we're going to add the snow globe part. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to first create a new component. I'm going to name it something different like glass globe. Okay. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. So what we want to do now is we want to create another offset plane. I'm going to choose the surface of the snow globe, and I'm going to bring this up a little to about here. All right. I'm now going to create a sphere for my primitives. I'm going to choose the surface of the plane, and then the center origin point, and this ball appears. So if it says new body, perfectly cool. We're just going to keep dragging this up till it looks right. We want to make sure that it's nice and centered, and it does appear to be. I'm going to leave it like this. See how that looks. In order to see the things, we're going to go to Modify. We're going to go to Appearance. We're going to go to Glass. And the glass that I like to use is Smooth Window. Oh, but if it chooses everything, I'm going to scroll back up here and I'll make sure it's applied to faces instead of bodies components. All right, it's looking good. Now I'm going to go back to my browser and I'm going to click the whole thing on. And that is how we make our city snow globe. There you have it. So that is going to be the complete to our buildings lesson. And let me know if you have any questions in class and hit me up on Google Classroom. All right, thank you.